Okay, class. Expert. Level 1. XP 0. Homeworld.
You'll figure it out. You pick the background package, then pick the training package, and you figure out your homeworld, but you guys will all tell me about those.
I picked that and then just did not write it down because my brain just went, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Then you roll hit points. So Psychics D4, Experts D6, Warriors D8. You add your con mod to it. Then you speak English. Yay.
Parlez-vous français?
As a note, the two other major languages in this sector are German and Chinese. The old sector capital is a German world, and the new sector capital is a Chinese world. So at least those two languages are very heavily represented. So those are also fairly common.
Any changes to the normal tech level thing?
D4.
D4 instead of D6.
No, the tech level is D4. Yep, or TL4, I believe, is the shortened version.
Loads of money. That's not loads of money.
Nope. A lot of hit points.
I mean, you are an expert, to be fair. Getting shot at is already bad.
League of Legends game.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna pretend that I'm AFK. Skills, combat / gunnery. What does it mean when it just says skills? Like, oh, I see. Combat / gunnery.
Yeah, I think experts get pretty much all skills except combat, sci-tech. What was it? There was one other that they don't start with as a class skill.
Well, so what does it mean when I've picked the pilot training package, and now I see all these skills? What does it mean? What do they mean when they just say these skills?
I believe you start with a 0 in those skills as you are trained in it. Yeah, so you would have combat gunnery, culture spacer, exosuit, navigation, tech astronomics, tech post-tech, vehicle any, and vehicle space. Vehicle any, you're gonna have to pick one, but
I pick the vehicle that we're driving. Oh, unless I see. Never mind.
you'll already have that because you'll have space if you guys decide to have a spaceship. The other options are air, planes, zeppelins, helicopters, grav, it's hover vehicles, land, it's vehicles with, well, tracks, wheels. This includes riding animals as well. Space, it's spaceships and transorbital vehicles, and water, it's boats. Yay. Those are the options for vehicles, at least for the scale.
I probably should choose grav or land, but so I'm choosing air.
So if you guys ever need to get back to your spaceship with any sort of aeronautical thing, you'll be good.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Time to blow all my money on a single gun.
Mm. I'm always so thankful that they put that summary at the top. Yeah, you start with 600 credits. Not too bad. not astounding, but it's not terrible.
Mag rifle, 500 credits.
Mm-hmm.
Is there somewhere on my character sheet that I should be putting my ability?
I believe. Doesn't really look like there's a good area for it.
No. Alright, it's going into other equipment.
Sorry, Paeden.
That's it. Why are you fucking with my character sheet? Fuck with his. He's the one asking the question.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that they don't have that. I mean, to be fair, I do remember the expert and the warrior one. And of course, the psychic one is really easy to remember because their ability is you get psychic powers. Congrats. I don't think, yeah, they have any actual special ability other than that. But it's a pretty good special ability to begin with, so.
Mm-hmm. I love that there's just
Yes.
a skill. Science!
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it's like vehicles. It's broken down into more specific science.
Maybe I'm looking at all these things that grant science and they'll grant like Astrogator's mate will grant like culture slash spatial,
Mm-hmm.
vehicle slash space, and then just science.
Yeah, no, science is just its own thing. It's not specialty. I think because it doesn't do all that much.
Hmm.
It's basically knowledge, is what it is. It's knowing that you might not want to be standing next to sodium when it's near water. Tech is for the actual building of stuff.
much money do I start with?
400 plus 1d6 times 100. So anywhere from 1,000 to 500.
All right.
Well, there you go. You have lots of monies. Hmm. Instapan. The heck is an Instapan? It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a wall that you can create.
Mm-hmm. I have finished my character.
Yep. It's about right for a warrior. It does
Yep.
not take very long. The hardest part is the guns.
Mm-hmm. And that wasn't that difficult.
Mm-hmm. I mean, one gun takes up the majority of your cash.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it pretty easy. How are you doing, Theo?
I am getting equipment.
What about Chase? Looks like you just
It's
started
psychic
buying.
disciplines.
All right, good. Yep. So you understood you pick one main one and then one secondary?
Yeah, I'm just reading them.
It's a good idea because there's some pretty good ones, but they're all pretty good in their own way, depending on what you want to do. Yeah. Just to make it easy, by the way, you guys are all human. There are aliens in the sector, but they're the we don't like humans type of aliens for the most part, or the we don't really want to be near humans type of aliens. Because you guys are kind of pushing up to the edge of their sectors as well. So the kind of south, it's not really south, but the bottom right of the sector already has some aliens. They aren't very smart, so they're not really the ones that have other spaceships that don't like you, but they are that.
It costs 100.
What does the Emperor bid?
What would you have of me? The lady wills it. I have foreseen their death.
Damn. Cheapest vehicle cost exactly all my money.
What is it? Very cheap truck? No, no, so not even that. It's a motorcycle.
Buying ship stuff.
Yeah, don't worry about the ships. Because there's no way the money you guys start with, even if you pull it all together, would have any hope to buy a full ship.
Pull it all together, we can get like a tenth of a ship.
I was more
Not
thinking
even
of like ship.
We can start a ship timeshare.
If we pull all our money together, we could possibly purchase an armory.
That's all you really need. Fuck the rest of the ship.
Well, here, I'll give you guys some money to play with so you can build your
Ooh.
own ship.
Or a ship's locker.
Yep. Ship's locker.
What kind of ship are we rocking?
Depends on what you guys want. Once you're finished with characters, we can chat about that.
Okay.
So
I think I'm done.
it'll probably be a free merchant, Bob. Mostly because that's the like smallest ship that you guys could conveniently use.
Yeah.
And it's not a fighter or a shuttle. Because that doesn't count.
Guns, hard points too.
Yep.
Now let's see what the biggest thing we can fit on those are.
Yeah. Ship combat, by the way, in Stars is a little different than usual ship combat. Where most people use like shields or dodging or whatever. In Stars, it's more rock, paper, scissors. In some
We use
ways.
steel tape and fucking grit.
Because the way that it works is usually you're firing across such insane distances that it's not you're not dodging. The computers are doing that for you. But what you do is you basically pick what phase you're in. So the way spike drives work is they're somewhat similar to the the Warhammer tearing into another portion of reality and moving through that to like close distances faster. It can also take ships and basically put them into a different version of reality. So if you're in, say, spike like 2 and someone's in spike 1 and they try and shoot you, the bullet will, well, the ammo will just pass through you because you're not technically in space there.
I see.
So you basically bounce between the different spike levels as far as you can move anyway, because it depends on the power that your spike drive can put out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see phase for the special and the weapons.
Gotcha. I assume phase means it can only affect that phase.
No, it's effectively more effective for trying to guess where the enemy's phase level is.
Oh, okay.
Because normally when you shoot, it only changes a little bit. But for that in particular, it changes quite a bit. Basically, you're shooting into multiple dimensions at the same time. In some ways, it's like a force weapon.
I see. When a gun's spike phase doesn't match the target's spike phase, it is normally necessary to roll over the phase difference on a d6. Phase weapons add their rating to this roll.
Yep, exactly.
Torpedoes are expensive.
Mm-hmm. Pretty sure because if they hit something, that something is very, very damaged. Yeah.
Does appear to be the biggest damage of most of the options here pre bigger ship types.
Mm. Yep. As a note, fighting ship weapons as a normal person results in you being dead.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter how strong your armor is or how good you are at dodging. You don't dodge something that's meant to blow up spaceships. And you don't survive something that's built to destroy enemy spaceships. That includes certain defensive things too. Like the sand thrower, for instance. It's a flat gun. It'll basically just throw a bunch of sand at the enemy ship if it's larger than a fighter. Against people, though.
Plus 2 AC versus weapons that use it.
Great swords! Awaiting orders! For Heldenhammer! Accuse them! The Empire endures!
Warhammer, I think
Our weapons are yours!
you made a mistake.
Hmm.
Leaders, you know how like
What do you think?
lords, captains, and stuff, like units have like chevrons to like as they get levels, right?
We serve
Yeah.
France!
Kind of their rank.
Ready for
But
war!
lords and leaders obviously don't, because they
Mm-hmm.
don't do that. Well, Alessio Bruno here is rocking a copper chevron for unknown reasons.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah. Alright, so I think my character's done, though my still writing planet stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing if you read the character creation summary and you figured out that if you picked the same skill twice, aka from the background package and the training package, you get it at 1 rather than 0.
I didn't. I just assumed it was like 5th edition, and if you get the same skill twice, you just don't get it at all a second time.
Nope.
Well, they go up to 4, I believe. So
Yeah.
Interesting.
But at first
So that's
level,
actually
you only
great.
yeah. At first level, it's either 0 or 1, just because you can't pick a skill more than twice,
Well,
and
I'm
because
just
you don't have
gonna,
any XP to spend
I'm
to
just
get the
gonna
skills.
accept that I'm broadly skilled and not good at anything.
I mean, level 0 or level 1, that's kind of goes for everyone to a certain degree.
Yeah, I don't have any level 1s though. I just have level 0s.
Yeah. I mean, between the background and the class packages.
Yeah.
Of course, experts, I'm pretty sure, get the largest. Yes. By far.
Wait, does the so perhaps I didn't understand it, but you get stuff from background and then the package. Your class itself doesn't give you anything, right?
If you look at the where you saw the class thing, so where it has the experience table and your special ability, if you look at the page directly after that, they have the training packages.
Yeah. Okay.
So you pick one of those and you pick one of the backgrounds, which I believe is right above the character skills little thing before.
Yeah. I did do that.
Yeah.
I just flat out chose 2 things that didn't have any overlap.
Yep. I mean, that works. Means you can do lots of stuff. You just don't get a bonus for it. It also means you don't get a negative, so that's always good. All right. You all set, Theo, with your buying things?
Yeah.
I have a follow up to Theo's question. Like, I think what he was asking is so here it says psychic class skills.
Yeah.
So do I get those, or is that just something unrelated that I can spend XP on later?
I'm pretty sure those are like the cheap skills that you could buy. So like when you want to upgrade your skills, when you upgrade your
Like with
skills, you
the
need to spend
leveling up
time
thing.
and money. Yeah. When you level up in stars, rather than just gaining skill points, you gain the hit die and then the save bonuses and attack bonuses and that stuff. If of course it changes for those. For gaining skills, it's just a money and time expenditure. There is no such thing as skill points effectively. If you want to learn new skills, you got to spend the time and money to get those new skills. The class skills train easier. At least I believe that is the case. But let me make sure. You might get it already. I would hope it would say that somewhere, though. So that no, I think it's just easier to level them up because the expert gets all but like 4 skills basically. So I think they're just the cheaper ones because they come easier.
And where do we see the price for?
I believe it's in the leveling up in the Game Master section is where I would bet. Where is it? For whatever reason, this guy does not make it easy to find out how to level up when it comes to certain aspects. It's freaking hidden. God damn it.
So when it comes to readied and like stowed gear, what exactly do I need to have readied in order to like be able to use it?
I believe readied is stuff that you can like pull out at a moment's notice. It's kind of like stuff in your sheaths, effectively. And stowed is like stuffed into your backpack.
So like I should have ammunition readied, effectively.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
want, if you think you're going to use it in like, if your gun is going to run out of ammunition in the middle of combat, then it'd probably be better to have it readied. If you think you're going to be able to shoot for the entirety of a combat and only deal with it later, then you can have it be stowed, and then you can just pull it out at the end and draw it out that way. There it is. Forgot it's not in the actual thing.
I will see to it.
Like, there's no section that has advancement. You have to look at the freaking. There it is. So it looks like you do get skill points. Just a few.
Okay.
All right, here you go. Yeah. Gaining skills. A character rises in level, they gain additional skill points. And then the amounts. These points may be saved up for later use or spent in learning new skill levels. Skill must be learned from the beginning, so character you wanted to buy. Da, 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 da. It's just you have to start at 1 and then 2 and then 3, etc.
Right.
So when you level up, you gain skill points, and then you use those skill points with the trainer to gain the skill. Class skills cost basically like in normal, in 3.5 and Pathfinder, where class skills cost 1, and non-class cost 2.
Mhm.
That's basically what it is.
To the provinces.
Actually, funny enough, it actually does. It follows the same exact pattern for 3.5 and Pathfinder for how high a skill can be leveled. Oh, that's nice. At least it looks like psychics don't have to pay money to keep upgrading their psychic disciplines. They can just do it on their own, which is good. So, if all the characters are all more or less created, minus homeworlds and whatnot, which we can figure out, what do you guys want to do?
Well,
I mean, I can make up a short little adventure for you guys, and that can be that. But if you guys have like a particular thing you want to really try for a one little thing, for one short little campaign here, just keep in mind we only have like 3-4 sessions, so if that.
I like exploring. The planets of
I have
space.
seen your heart. Priestess of the lady.
That's my $6, 2 cents, whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm with Theo.
I'll
I'm
get
more
there.
like interested in just like exploring like, dangerous alien planets and stuff like that.
All right, I can figure that out. That should actually be fairly easy.
And less like human political intrigue and stuff like that.
Brooklyn Tree is fucking cringe. I'm just here to kill shit.
So Paeden's just happy as long as he gets to point his big gun at stuff and make it go boom. Good to know.
He's an easy man to please.
And luckily for you, dealing with aliens, especially in this particular sector, that'll be easy because the aliens don't really like you either.
Yeah. To be fair, that's more my character stance on things than mine, but my stance is pretty much I'm fine with just about anything.
So why don't we do? You guys are effectively like a scout ship, kind of on the edge of space, working for I don't know some organization. Maybe since the old empire is
Corp.
like here. This is kind of a general. I'll take a picture of the sector so far.
Actually works all right because I chose commando, so I've got survival.
Mm-hmm. So this is the sector so far. That red highlighted one is the old sector one, is the old sector capital.
Mm-hmm.
The star up in the kind of like furthest up right is the old or is the new sector capital. And then
What,
the
new
two
again?
worlds off to the right there are well, the bottom one is an alien world, and there will be another alien star around there. So you guys would basically be exploring that little area with kind of a scout vessel of sorts. We just use the free trader stats because you guys don't have the people to have anything else. Unless you guys want to drag along some NPCs for like piloting and whatnot.
It's always good to have a red shirt or two to set the stakes.
I mean, yeah. If you guys are part of the old people, then you probably would be sent with a couple of red shirts. If only just to kind of help round out the ship.
Yeah.
Because yeah. The free merchant minimum requires at least just the pilot. But it can go up to 6. And since you're 3, we could add like an engineer, maybe an astrodician, and like another guard or something, or another marine, I suppose.
Sure.
Kind of a red shirt.
Yeah. You know, someone to show up, get fucking murdered horribly, set the stakes.
Yep.
Oh no, the man who we didn't learn his name is dead. What will we do?
All right. I would give you guys a patrol boat, but seeing as they literally don't have much of a spike drive, they kind of suck. So,
Slap a drive in there.
I mean, they have one. It's just not very good. All right. So let's. It's mostly slow, is the thing.
Mm.
All right. Here, I'll give you guys a different character for the ship, so that it's their own thing.
Loaded, sir. For Helden Hammer.
Here you go. All players can be edited and controlled by all players.
Crossbowmen. Ready for war.
Ship. I'm going to name it because technically it's not your guys' ship. All right. All right. This hull. I mean, do you guys want a patrol boat?
I'm up for that.
It's a little
is the most
tougher.
scout ship?
Cannon.
Because that's effectively what we're doing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're scouting.
Mm.
Scouting and exploring this area.
Ready for war.
Yeah, that makes sense, I think.
Yeah, generally the... Goddamn.
You alright?
Stamp cough, yeah. The patrol boats are more akin to like police vessels, I suppose. Like they just kind of trawl around their own systems. Like they can travel from system to system, but that's not kind of their point.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's designed to be a, hey, I see you're traveling through our system. Mind if we come aboard and take a peek at your cargo?
Yes. Oh, that's unfortunate for you.
Yeah.
Great cannon! For Heldenhammer!
Yeah. The free merchant is the traveler. Like this is the ship that basically most parties start with.
Mm. Yeah.
Frigates are, I think frigates just a little too big
Crossbow ready!
and it's slow.
We are Sigmar's heirs!
Happy with the free merchant.
Yeah, it works.
So I think a free merchant or a patrol boat's probably the options for you guys.
Steeds are restless.
I mean, to be honest, I don't really have any skills to use on like any ships, so unless there's a boarding action.
So I'll give you guys the free
Missiles
merchant.
at the ready!
My space combat
Send us
ability
out.
isn't exactly superb. I'm very
Crossbowman!
generalized in my.
No, not armor class. Armor.
For Heldenhammer!
There's the AC.
Spearman!
All right. And yeah, we'll give you guys some red shirts.
Nice.
So you guys are working for
By all
the
reasons,
government.
conditions
Fucking government.
acceptable.
Sons of bitches.
Taking position.
Hopefully, I don't need to buy anything on the spot because I have 0 credits.
No, not for the ship anyway.
hmm I'm currently debating dropping the mag rifle down to a combat rifle so I can actually fucking buy survival gear.
Quickly.
I bought quite a few things
Warhammer.
because I bought cheap weapons.
All right. Let me see. How much are things?
I don't even have
Take the
armor.
ground.
Wait, you didn't buy armor either?
No.
I bought armor. What the fuck? All he needs is a gun.
Yeah. I have a gun and the one ability where I can ignore an attack
As my
if it hits me. That's all
Yep.
I need.
When's the
Gun and
combat?
a dream.
Living on the edge, baby.
I mean, if you guys buy an armory, then you can at least get an armor.
How much is an armory?
It's part of the ship's fittings.
Mm.
You guys have the book.
Yeah. It's 2,000.
Let me see. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. Here, do you guys just want me to like give you the basic setup for a free merchant, or do you want me to just give you money and go tell you, okay, fine, put what you want on it?
Give us the basic setup, I think.
All right. Let me go
Give
get
Theo a
the
less
basic.
scratchy voice.
Unfortunately, that's not something in my power. His
Damn.
voice shall be forever scratchy.
Then why are you here?
Am I Robo?
No, your voice like cracked a little bit, so I was making fun of you. You know, like a good person.
Yeah.
No lingering. At speed.
223. Oh.
Formation. March.
All right.
Ready, General.
So the average free merchant comes with
Moving now.
a multifocal laser
Yes, sir. Quickly. No lingering.
and a sand thrower.
Taking position. Ready for war.
It has no defenses. It has a
Ready for war. Take the
first
ground.
class spike
Formation.
drive.
March. Moving now. At speed. Return to
Has
duty.
atmospheric configuration,
March. To battle.
which you guys will need because this thing does not have room for a shuttle.
Now we
Causes
just jump.
fuel scoops, which are also good. a fuel bunker for extra fuel, so your ship can be out in the wide world for longer, and 100 tons of cargo space.
Give us that.
What remains after you use up all of the rest of your mass. It also has no free power and no free mass.
Alright.
So, yeah. It's also worth 775,000, 100,000. For the sake of this, operating, maintenance, and all that is not relevant.
Woo! We don't have to do the fucking bookkeeping.
Yes.
Pog.
Technically, because it's a rental, so.
It's a rental. It's not our book to keep. Fuck it.
You know, like with Traveler, where you can start with a scout ship, that's what this is. The government gave you stuff. And they told you, please try not to break it. Knowing that it was going to be broken.
We'll try.
Yep.
And they just sighed. Fuck it, the taxpayers paying for it, not you. Why do you care?
So, I mean, is that setup good, or do you want to start messing with things?
I'm fine with that.
Seems fine by me.
Goodbye, me.
Alright. So, we know what you guys are doing. Do you guys want to name the NPCs, or do you want me to just create 3 NPCs and tell you who they are when we start?
Why don't we name 3 NPCs?
Alright. You're the pilot, right, Theo? Alright. How much astroneering and engineering do you have?
I have a 0 in all of them.
Fuck.
Alright. What do you want help with, then? Do you want a pilot, or do you want an engineer? I'll give you one of the two. Who will be better at you than one of those two things, but not better at the other thing.
Let's get a engineer.
So we'll add him to your journal. He's NPC. I guess they.
The engineer.
Engineer. What's his name? Or her name? Here, you know what? We'll roll a die. We'll follow Paeden's.
Hey,
He's,
I just want to do that actually.
Yeah. What is it? If you roll evens, or do you do 1 to 3 and
Odds.
4 to 6? Odds.
Recently, I've been doing odds because the Jake rule of women are weird, so they're odd.
So it is a woman.
So I was gonna name him Leroy Finnegan, but maybe not.
I mean,
You
Finnegan,
could.
she can
I mean,
still
you
be
could.
named.
Yeah, that could be a last name.
Leroy Finnegan.
It's a name. Who cares?
Yeah.
Names can be fucking anything.
There you go. So you have your engineer, who is Leroy Finnegan. All right. Who else? The other. We'll do the Marine, and then we'll figure out who the last person is.
Crossbows ready, General.
We'll do the same.
Take position.
All right. This is a guy. So who is your Marine?
My orders stand.
Conrad Finnegan.
No.
Brother, sister.
And then probably I die in this fucking mission with the rest of us. Woo!
Frick. No. Okay. Different last name. Conrad's fine.
Quickly.
Formation
march. Take the ground. Missiles will fly.
I dare to.
For war.
I don't know why the fuck I went Irish, but whatever.
Longer
Conrad
they
or
don't get
Shapes.
along. All right, so you have Conrad O'Dirty and Leroy Finnegan. And who do you want the last person to be in general?
Quick march!
Do you have anyone who can stop us from bleeding the fuck to death?
Prepare for combat!
Nope.
Yeah, maybe that wouldn't be a terrible idea then.
All right, so
Because I can't fucking do that either.
I thought about doing that, but I'm like, nah, that's boring. So I didn't.
Let's see.
I can't help you guys in combat.
A zero means you're okay at it. We take those, Theo.
Listen, I'm trying to
No,
get good at
you
murder.
know how to fly a ship. You're just not well trained in it yet.
Yeah, he's okay.
You're
at
working
it.
on it. You've at least looked through the book a couple times.
Damn, hate to see that.
Crossbowmen! Go!
Wait,
Yeah,
what
you're
else?
holding that one. It's the same as Godbound, where you have to beat 20, and they add their AC.
By
Yeah.
Ulrich's wrath!
Let's see. Who is this guy? Oh, it's another woman this time. Who is she?
Crossbows ready, General!
Don't ever once.
The Empire endures!
What's the opposite of a sausage fest?
A gangbang?
What?
That isn't
What?
correct either. The opposite of a sausage fest would be what, a harem?
No. I want to say clam bake, but I don't think that's right.
That seems right to me. That sounds good.
No idea.
That sounds good to me, bud.
All right.
That's what I was thinking of, something like that, like clam or something like that.
Mhm.
A sausage fest.
Yeah. So these guys aren't going to be full characters. They're literally just NPCs. So they're got to be very good at the one thing they can do. Very good being they get the +1 at it.
It's a taco fest,
+2.
apparently.
Is there? What is the Healy skill?
Tech medical, probably.
Probably.
The correct skills, at least.
Surgery, first aid, disease treatment, cybernetics. Yeah, so that sounds right. All right. You know what, actually, is she just a doctor, or is she actually like a medic?
I'm a doctor, damn it. Honestly, probably a medic. You really think they're gonna fucking waste a valuable doctor on us?
Guess that's fair. All right. So
Like,
the
yeah.
medic-
You guys don't have anyone who knows how to do anything medical. Huh? Yeah, we got the perfect person. Oh, so like a doctor? You know, something like that.
They at least made it part of the way.
Listen, they're kind of like a doctor, but they don't really, you know, keep you from dying. They just make it less painful, you know?
They know which parts are supposed to stay on your body.
Yeah.
So what is her name?
It's Jesus' turn.
It's me.
Well, there are 3 people, and me and Dio named 2, so
All right. Christine. Let's see, what should the last name be?
Like how they come from a German homeworld, and not one of them is German. Of an Irishman, it's
an Irishman,
2 Irishmen, and Christine so far.
All right, make a 3rd Irishman.
Christine Wallace.
My heart is filled
Bada
with
bing.
hate for you
A Scottish.
and yours.
So we've got an Irishman, and a Scot from fucking German world.
Yep.
Woo!
Just like it should be.
Fuck. They did not feel the need to waste the good ones on us.
What could you possibly
No, the
have?
theocracy looked at you guys and said, I think we can throw some extra expendables at you. Sure.
Yeah. What do we have in stock? Irish? Yeah, hey, Irish, you go fucking solve that problem. Go do something, I guess.
All right. So these guys will get a short description and skills and whatnot. They will be better than the one thing. But
What is system strain? Do I care about it?
I don't remember if it has much to do with you. Let me find out.
What are these saves? Am I supposed to put something in these boxes?
Yeah.
I think your class like level gives you certain saves.
Yep. It appears system strain is mostly used for psionics.
Okay. I was just wondering if I had to enter like a basin or something.
Well, I mean, your system strain is equal to your con score. So. Yeah. System strain only has to do with when a biopsionic is trying to heal you effectively. You can only be healed so many times before your like body just can't be healed anymore. Basically, because it looks at him and goes, "Dude, I've been put back together so many times that frick you."
Accuracy on that number is 1.
Yeah.
The lady.
Yep. It also has to do with how many cyberware bits you can have on you.
When the looms can't get replaced.
I see much.
Why is it cybernetics is always so expensive?
They will die.
Metal expensive.
Seen their death.
Certainly more expensive than Flash, I suppose.
The lady calls for death.
I think the only thing that I would probably have an exception for is prosthetic limbs. Like, I would be fine with someone starting with those just because it's not that much of a difference. It's like, I got some metal hands. Congratulations.
I've got metal everything. Why am I alive?
Robot.
Why has this been done to me?
They do actually have mechs if you buy the full book. Along with AIs. You guys aren't AIs. Mostly because AIs are usually not totally kosher with people. Because a lot of them went crazy.
We hate people. I mean, AIs hate people, not we.
Because I need something to eat and use that.
Is there a faction we should be in?
I mean,
German.
Or does it really matter?
it's not a humongous deal. If you want to, you can write in the Theocracy. They don't have a better name yet.
Faction we should be in. Ah, yes, the NASDAQ. Yeah, see.
Yeah, I don't think they have a name yet.
No.
The old government, effectively.
The ones that God likes.
They have names. Oh, they do. Sure. Apparently, they're called the Federal Combine.
Federal Combine. Those do not sound like the good guys.
What do you mean? They only live on a world where they have restrictive laws.
Well,
That
their
they're a
laws is my
theocracy.
problem. Their laws
sure.
are cringe.
That's what they're called, the Federal Combine.
Listen,
I know
I'm from a planet that just got out of a fucking civil war. Whatever. Do whatever you want. Name yourself whatever you want. I'll make fun of you all the same.
I guess there's two major factions here. because they have the old world one. Kind of sad they don't have faction things for this, but whatever. It's fine. Oh, I guess my fingers are a little bit off kilter. I guess I should probably do the other one too. Should I just go hardcore for the Chinese one?
Sure.
People's Faction sounds bad, though. Yeah. People's Federation. That sounds like a properly decent sounding name.
Communist? Yes.
Yeah. I mean, they're
And now I
basically
know why I'm on
just
this
a group
side.
of warlords, so they're not exactly the best of folks.
So we've got the People's Federation, the obvious commies, and the Federal Combine. Nice. Just the generic bad guys.
Yeah. Congratulations, you're in a system where both of the main factions are bad guys. How very surprising.
I do love America's two-party system.
Don't think I like their name generator, though. It's not very good.
Yeah, can't all.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the cultural flavor. German.
Mm-hmm.
German. How dark do I want to make this Civil War?
I don't know.
Previously, slightly Chinese. And the tone has been set. Welcome back.
Oh, there it is. Quick NPC creation. Huh. Could have just done that. Yeah, it's fine. I'll just roll that for the rest of them. You guys already gave them names and we gave them a gender, so I'll give them the rest of the things.
All right, guys, you made up your names. Well, guess what? Get fucked, idiot. You're stupid. You fell for the classic blunder.
Yeah, so you'll probably have 2 experts and a warrior. So we're basically done at that point. We know what we're doing, and if you guys are all good with it, we can just start next week.
Sure.
Might as well. Does so I'm looking at where you talked about the homeworld.
Yep.
Does the sector capital, does that have a psychic academy or anything of that
It
sort?
does, yes.
So could
Well,
you?
I guess it has a small one.
Okay.
What does the
If you want to be from a different world that also has a psychic academy, there's probably at least a few kind of scattered through the sector.
Yeah. Okay.
Because psychic powers are definitely important to their theocracy.
goddesses?
So. If you find it easier, they're kind of like the Empire of Man, the Imperium. Except rather than freaking sacrificing psychers to the God Emperor, they just kind of are an important cornerstone of their military and whatnot. So you get special privileges as long as you're good. And if you're not good, you get special privileges on your way out the airlock.
Listen. Getting, 2 to the head, 1 to the chest.
Yeah, you die before you get into space.
Listen, it's a
That's your
special
special
privilege
privilege.
because normally you're supposed to get 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, but they want to make extra sure you're brain dead.
Yeah.
Can't have any sparks in there.
Yeah. So I'll fill in like what aliens exactly are down there. Because I'll probably have like at least 2 different alien races that are also competing in that area. And you guys, of course, don't have a universal translator because frickin' who needs that?
Agreed.
Listen, I have a universal translator. It's called fucking a gun. It translates my intent plenty well.
Yep.
When I'm ravaging through the ancient ruins of lost civilizations, reading sucks. I
You'll
like
be
started
left.
talking and I realized I don't know where this is going.
I will see to it. They will die.
So do we want to go down to Canada's refuge? Go to sleep?
I have
I don't
not
know.
seen their death.
We're kind of done here, unless you guys have something else to ask or do.
I should have.
Yeah, I'm gonna peace out and pluck away on my homeworld.
All right. Yep. Yeah, just send me the thing, and you can see the map. Just pick one of the squares and tell me which one, and I'll put it on the map.
Good luck and don't die.
Yep. We'll see.
Boo.
Well, you're back.
With Steel here, do you want to play Colony Survival or do you want to keep going on the For the King run? I am open to either.
King away or just keep on playing?
You have need of me?
That's
Do you
true.
have do you have an opinion? Or not really?
I kind of got For the Kinged out last night
Fair enough.
near the end. I just got a little bit of a break, but after clearing my head, I would love to return to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Never played it again.
No,
That would
you
be
say
funny.
it. Yeah. Ha 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 ha.
Okay.
Why is that so funny?
Oh.
1, 2. Yeah, this is 5 by.
So we can do I think 12 by 4 or 8 by 6.
Yeah. by 4, 8 by 6. Well, it can't be 8 by 6 over here because we only. Actually, wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is 5 wide.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd
So
have to do 4 by 12 at the back here.
I will marshal the men.
okay.
At least on this
How
side of the
against would you
fields.
be like completely reorganizing this stuff?
I'm a bit trepidatious given how close we are on.
Yeah,
Wheels.
obviously not right now, but like in future.
Okay. Where would you like them to be?
Hello.
Okay, so with
Babe.
hi. So here, let me think about this.
Yeah.
The nation calls.
Here,
Praise Sigma.
let me think about some diagrams. Diagrams are fun.
Yeah. What people often do is they make like a giant car park, basically,
Yeah.
and they just fill it with farms. But that's ugly.
Mm.
Yeah. I'd like some rhyme or reason.
Mhm.
What you be up to?
I feel like a car park filled with farms has rhyme and reason.
We are playing colony survival.
I mean, it definitely has rhyme or reason, but I also want it to like look nice.
How do I punch, by
I've
the
seen
way?
nice car parks.
Just like left click.
Okay, good.
What is your wish?
Okay. So,
Did our
Stream of this?
day guards go somewhere?
um,
Took a break.
I probably should stop recording.
Went to get a